So I had an experience the other day that I thought had a lot of parallels to financial planning and kind of what we do in the financial planning and investment management space. And I thought it might be helpful for you to think about how you arrange your finances and give you some insight into what I as a financial planner have found has been really the most successful way to help people get where they want to go. So if I haven't met you yet, my name is Chris Reed. I'm the owner of Capital Partners Wealth Management. I make these videos because between running my firm and getting my kids to sports, I don't have enough time to help everybody who reaches out to us. But I have had people reach out and say things they found on the channel have been helpful. So if you want timely updates on things that are going on in the money world, go ahead and click subscribe and follow us and you'll get updated anytime something new comes up. If you want to take a quiz on what your retirement's going to look like, either how much you need to retire or what you're going to have in retirement, or if we have time, you can try and schedule an appointment with us by clicking below. But if you click below and you fill out one of those quizzes, we will get back to you. It might just take a little while. And if you want to jump on our calendar, never hurts to have a 15-minute conversation to see if we can help you out. So the experience and how it pertains to financial planning. About 15 years ago, I met a young Marine, and in the Marine Corps, I was about 25. I was a staff sergeant. He just came in out of boot camp. And the difference between an 18 and a 25-year-old in the Marines is a lot. Not to mention, my mom has told me I was basically 55 years old since the day I was born. So I was considered like really old. I also have always been kind of good with money. So people used to come to me for like money stuff. So this Marine came into the unit and we ended up going on deployment together. So we spent some time overseas. He called me up about 6 months after we got back and said, "Hey, Staff Sergeant, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Can you help me out?" And I said, "Of course, let's get together." So we got together. I said, "Tell me what's going on." And he said, "Well, kind of got my girlfriend pregnant and I kind of went out and got a house. And now I don't think I have the money to afford the house, but I put $10,000 earnest money down on this house." And I said, "Okay." So I actually worked with the contractor, the construction guy who was building the house, and took him out to coffee and told him the situation. Very, very good guy. And he actually gave that Marine his money back. But after that happened, I sat down with that Marine and I said, "Hey, we need to talk about where you're at and where you're going." And he said, "Okay." I said, "Well, what's going on in your life?" And he said, "Well, you know, my girlfriend, we're gonna have a baby now. And so I got a job and it's kind of this part-time thing I'm not really super excited about. And I just realized I couldn't afford that house." And I said, "Okay, well, tell me where you want to go." And he kind of stopped. I don't think anyone had ever asked him that question before. And he said, "Well, honestly, I just want to have enough money. I really like this girl. I think I want to marry her. And I know now I'm gonna have a kid to raise and we have to live somewhere." And I told him, "Get this job. You're good at this one thing. So go get a steady job doing that. Marry this girl immediately. Raise that kid, put your nose to the grindstone, work hard, and I bet that thing will happen for you." That was about 15 years ago. Now, about 6 months ago, I was invited down to a promotion, and this young Marine has now become a captain in a fire department. That's a big, long journey from having a part-time job to becoming a captain, an amazing leader in a great job, helping people. And I got together with him and now he's got 4 kids, still married. I actually watched him in action, like giving other younger guys orders and telling them what to do. And it was about one of the coolest experiences I think I've had in my life. And the parallel there to financial planning is a lot of times when I sit down with people, they're gonna say, "Well, look, I've got this 401k and I have this IRA and the market kind of tanked and I didn't really like that and I'm just kind of not sure of where I'm going." And that's how I find most people kind of manage their money, do their finances. What I've found to be the most successful is to actually start with where we want to go. Because if you're building a house, you can't just grab a hammer and start nailing 2x4s with no idea of where you're going. What I like to do is talk to my clients about where they want to be. So when we sit down during that financial planning process, I don't really want to know about the 401ks, the IRAs, the money stuff I can actually make work. Really, it's about where do we want to get to, and then we have to go back and pick the right tools. So a lot of times it's not a matter of the best investments that we can make. It's about matching the investments to the place where we want to be. So I hope you found that helpful. I always find it helpful to start at the end where we want to go and then work backwards into the right tools. Thanks.